okay, so I get these questions about whether mixed girls can be considered black, and of course I believe they can be considered black. However, what I believe is that while they can be considered black, and I feel like they are just as black as a mono-ethnic person who is black, I feel like there should be some boundaries with some mixed people, because I feel like mixed people get a little bit too insensitive when it comes to racism, especially colorism, because as you know, recently this actress Rae Dawn Chong made a comment about Oprah Winfrey, saying that she would have been a house nigger, a field nigger, and then she would have been a house nigger or whatever. And I thought that was very insensitive. And of course she is a biracial woman, not just biracial, but she is multiracial. I think her father is, I think he's white and Chinese, and while her mother is African American. So I think she identifies herself as an African Asian, or what, an Afro Asian or whatever. But I thought, okay, this woman is obviously a black woman, how I see it, but obviously she's light skinned. Okay, she has that sort of biracial look. To me, she looks like a black woman, but you know, she's light skinned, and for her to make another comment towards a black woman who we all know dealt with colorism, dealt with the plight of being a dark skinned woman, I felt for her to make such a very crass comment like that, I felt this is a problem for a lot of light-skinned women. They feel as if just because they are black or because they have black in them that it's okay for them to make such comments like that. They feel like, well, I'm a black woman and I can make those comments. But what you are doing is exercising your light-skinned privilege right there. That is what you are doing. As a lighter-skinned black woman, I feel as if what you are doing is very insensitive. You are basically saying that you feel privileged and that you can make fun of other people who aren't as privileged as you, who isn't light skinned, who doesn't have, you know, loose curls, you know, because in my opinion, curly hair is not an exclusively biracial thing. Black women with natural hair have that type of hair, but a lot of black women don't really know how to take care of their natural hair because they have not been taught to take care of it. They have just been taught to put chemicals in it if they wanted good hair, which is very idiotic. I just got into an argument online. Well, not really an argument, but I made a comment about how it is very offensive to me for someone to say biracial children are beautiful. Of course they are beautiful, but the way some people phrase it, it sounds sort of offensive to me, because we already have this mindset that in order to be a beautiful black woman, you have to be mixed with something. And I think that sort of ties in with that Rae Dawn Chong comment, because she is a biracial woman. And I say, when people sit there and say, I have beautiful biracial children, that makes me think, okay, would they have been beautiful if they weren't biracial? Are you saying that your children are beautiful and they happen to be biracial? Or are you just saying that because I am going to assume they are black and white, that because black is mixed with white, that is what makes it beautiful? Because this ideal that mixing black with white, the whiteness in that person makes them beautiful. That is the mindset with a lot of people in America, that in order for a woman to be beautiful and black, she has to have white in her. So I was making my own comments on my blog on Tumblr. So a biracial girl commented and saying that, well, I thought you would be a sad black woman, but looking at your URL, I can tell you are a sad black woman, because of course I prefer to call myself the melancholy black woman, sort of a joke with the whole angry black woman stereotype. But I was offended, so I responded back saying, okay, like, I wasn't saying that your plight as a biracial woman was not important. I was not saying that, you know, you are problematic. I was saying that making comments about how interracial dating is beautiful when really it can be problematic in ways, because a lot of people who pursue an interracial relationship do it with the ideal that you must date outside of a race to be considered worthy. Like, if you date someone who is black like you feel like, okay, I am not moving up the status ladder. So people believe if I get with a white person, then I'll be seen as better in status. And that's why the whole stereotype that the successful black man is with a white woman, and a successful black woman is with a white man. So that's what I was saying. And then she said, "Oh, you're boring me, sad black lady." So obviously she wasn't a very nice person. And also for her to make such a comment, call me a black lady. So that was her right there exercising her light skin privilege, because she was basically telling me that I was just a black lady. She is a biracial woman. And while she was saying that she is considered black and that she sees herself as, she basically told me that yes, biracial people are beautiful and we're also black. So I think what she was saying there is that she is a beautiful black person, but she happens to be biracial. So I can agree with her with that. She was basically saying, well, biracial people are beautiful, but they are black, so they're beautiful black people as well. But the way she was going about it, she was calling me a black woman, so she was distinguishing herself from me, because I was just a black woman. She was a biracial woman with light skin privilege, and she even admitted it. She said, yes, historically, they're seen as more acceptable by white slave masters. They're working in the house. And then she went on to say, but it's not my fault that our great-grandmothers were raped. And I never said that. That's awful. It's not their fault. But we all know that people with privilege have a certain amount of privileges, okay? As a light-skinned black person, you do know that you have privileges. As a biracial person, you do know you have privileges, because you're not mono-ethnic. That's all I was saying. And then she didn't even want to respond. She was just being very rude. So I just stopped there, because she basically said, oh, this must be a sad black lady. She was also implying, because I was talking about colorism and because I was talking about this whole light skin issue and saying that people view black as ugly, she was not even equating that as the issue. She was derailing the topic by just calling me an insecure black woman. No, what I was saying was that she, you know, as a biracial woman, is considered beautiful, and people equate her being mixed as beautiful. And then as a plain black woman, you are not really seen as beautiful unless you are mixed in this society. That's why a lot of times women who are cast with black men have to be light-skinned, because God forbid another good-looking black woman is with a dark-skinned man. No, she has to be a pretty fair-skinned woman. But I just don't understand why women who are light-skinned or biracial feel the need to make such comments. Like, they talk loosely, and it's not the fact that they can't discuss racism, but when they make insensitive comments, that's when I think, okay, your experience may be a little bit different than mine, because you are half white, your mother or father may be white, so you may not understand what I am going through. So I think you should really shut the fuck up right now and not say anything. Okay? That's how I feel. I am not saying that they don't have the right to talk about racism and add their 2 cents, but they should really just shut up when it comes to colorism or how dark-skinned women feel, because if they feel like they want to assert their own issues and say, well, we have it bad too, and you're just an insecure dark-skinned woman, I really think you should shut up, okay? Because obviously you are just going to open a can of worms, and I don't think you really like that. Just wanted to say my input, and have a nice day.